It seems that they finally did it. Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford finally agreed to fight and the terms of the fight. Now this fight is going to be taking place on September in a Riyadh season show, and it's going to be taking place on Las Vegas, but we do not know which stadium and what day yet. But we already know that Canelo Alvarez fights during Mexican Independence Day weekend and Cinco de Mayo weekend. We already know the purses. Saul Canelo Alvarez is gonna be getting $70 million and Terence Crawford is gonna be getting $50 million. Now, I know a lot of people do not want this fight because everybody wants Canelo Alvarez to fight the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. And I already know that's the fight that the whole boxing world wants. Everybody wants to see that fight. That's the biggest fight in boxing right now, right next to Shakur Stevenson versus Tank, and Tank versus Teofimo Lopez. Now, I really was thinking about this issue, and I really did think that Canelo was ducking David Benavidez, but I started thinking about this as a business point. And if David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez fight before Terence Crawford, it's not a guarantee that Canelo is gonna beat David Benavidez. There's a high chance that David Benavidez can't beat Canelo Alvarez. So if they do fight before Canelo fights Terence Crawford, then those $70 million as an easy fight against Terence Crawford is gonna go bye-bye. Not like Canelo Alvarez was actually calling out Terence Crawford. This fight just fell on the lap of Canelo Alvarez. It was Terence Crawford that was calling out Canelo, so it's not really his fault that this easy fight fell into his lap. We all know that Terence Crawford was fighting at 147 and he barely moved to 154. Now he's trying to make the jump to 160 and then 168. Well, he's not gonna fight at 160. He's gonna go straight to 168. But the thing is, Canelo Alvarez was not just fighting at 168. He was actually fighting the top level fighters at 175, and he went all 12 rounds with them. I do understand Terence Crawford is one of the pound for pound kings. He is a great fighter and he does have power in both hands at 147, but he was not able to translate that power at 154. What makes you think if he couldn't do it at 154, he's gonna be able to do it at 160, 168, and 175? Because Canelo already tasted the power at 175 and they still couldn't move him. Terence Crawford is not even gonna be able to make Canelo flinch. Reason Canelo said that he would never fight Terence Crawford was because he was a mover and he moves around a lot, and Canelo likes to slug it out. But at 154, Terence Crawford seemed that he was not moving too well either. So you mean that the added weight from 160 to 168 and the added age, Terence Crawford is going to be able to move better than he did against Madrimov? I'm pretty sure 99.9% of the boxing world agrees how this fight is going to be playing out. Canelo Alvarez is either going to knock out Terence Crawford or TKO him. And the only chance Terence Crawford is to beat Canelo is on points. He has to outbox Canelo for 12 rounds, and he has to be very careful. If Canelo Alvarez lands on Terence Crawford, he's either gonna get knocked out or TKO'd. I do believe Terence Crawford can outbox Canelo here and there, but not for 12 rounds. Terence Crawford is gonna get tired, especially with the added weight and the added muscle. How do you guys think that Terence Crawford is gonna look with all that added weight? He's gonna look kind of like a fat, muscular boxer. And I am a Terence Crawford fan. He is one of the pound for pound kings at 147 and at 154. I do not think anybody beats Terence Crawford at 154, but I think Charlo is his biggest test yet. And Canelo Alvarez is also another pound for pound king at 168 and at 175. The weight is just too much, and I respect Crawford a lot for even taking this fight and having the balls to fight Canelo Alvarez. So what I'm trying to say, I really do believe Canelo is gonna fight David Benavidez, but he's probably gonna save that fight for last. Similar to how Floyd Mayweather saved Manny Pacquiao for last. They will fight. Canelo is not scared of David Benavidez, and David Benavidez is not scared of Canelo. I guarantee you that, and they will fight. A lot of people are saying that Canelo Alvarez is ducking David Benavidez and he doesn't care about his legacy, but that's not true. Canelo already fought everybody that you could think of. Look at Triple G. Remember a time and place where Triple G was in the place of David Benavidez? Everybody said that Canelo was scared of Triple G, and what happened? They fought 3 times. I guarantee you it's gonna be the same thing with David Benavidez. If they do fight, I kind of know how everything is gonna play out. I am pretty sure that Canelo Alvarez is gonna make David Benavidez go to 168 with a rehydration clause, because David is a pretty big guy and he should be fighting at 175, and I actually think David Benavidez could move up to cruiserweight. But guess what, guys? I ain't the biggest, I'm the baddest. And if you want to help out your boy, throw $1 at the super thanks. I gotta roll. Peace.